Okay, Nana. Today we will discuss real number chapter. This is 10th class first chapter. First we have to discuss, before going to real number, define real numbers. Define real numbers. Hence here natural numbers, natural numbers. Counting numbers are called natural numbers. Counting numbers are called natural numbers. Hence 1, 2, 3, 4, so on are all counting numbers. Set of all natural numbers denoted by capital N. Set of all natural numbers denoted by capital N. Means capital N is equal set of 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Counting numbers are called natural numbers. Natural numbers denoted by capital N. So N is equal to 1, 2, 3, set of 1, 2, 3, so on. Now then go to whole numbers. Whole numbers. Whole numbers. Natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. Natural numbers together with 0 and natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. Whole numbers, set of whole numbers denoted by W. So W is equal set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Whole numbers means natural numbers together with 0. Natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. Okay, whole numbers denoted by W. So W is equal set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Now integers. Integers whole numbers together with negative natural numbers. Whole numbers with negative natural numbers -1, -2, -3, -4, so on are negative natural numbers, and 0 and natural numbers, positive natural numbers. So set of all integers denoted by I, set of all integers denoted by I are Z. I are Z. Z means Jahalan numbers. So set of all integers denoted by Z are I are Z is equal stop, so on, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Set of all integers. Now rational numbers. Rational numbers. Rational numbers. Okay, a number is of the form, any number is of the form P by Q can be expressed in the form of P by Q. Any number can be expressed as in the form of P by Q. Any number can be expressed as the form of P by Q, where P, Q are integers. Q is not equal to 0. Any number in the form of P by Q form. Okay, any number in the form of P by Q where P, Q are integers, Q is not equal to 0. For example, 0 can be written as 0 by 1 or 0 by 2, 0 by 3. 0 is a rational number. Suppose 5 can be written as 5 by 2. Okay, 5 by 2, this is a 5 by 2 is in the form of P by Q. 5 by 2 is in the form of P by Q. So 5 by 1. 5 by 1 is in the form of p by q, so 5 is a rational number. Okay, or another definition, integers together with fractions. Suppose 1 by 2 is a fraction, okay, 5 by 6 is a fraction, okay, 7 by 2 is a fraction, so on. These are also rational numbers. Hence, all natural numbers are rational numbers because any natural numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q. 1 can be written as 1 by 1, 2 can be written as 2 by 1, 3 can be written as 3 by 1. So, any natural number is a rational, means all natural numbers are rational. Okay, because any natural numbers can be expressed as in the form of p by q. Any number is in the form of p by q is a rational number, is a rational number. So, all natural numbers are rational number, all whole numbers are rational numbers, all integers are rational numbers. Okay, now then go to irrational number. Irrational number all means any number cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. Any number cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. Rational number means can be expressed in the form of p by q, can be expressed, number can be expressed in the form of p by q. So, irrational number means any number cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, where p comma q are integers, q is not equal to 0. So, here any number cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, then number is called irrational numbers. For example, root 2, root 3, root 5, root 5, so on, or 0.1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 5, 0, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, so on. Suppose 12.1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 5, 6, so on. After decimal point, digits are not repeated. It means non-terminating, not repeated decimal numbers are called irrational numbers. So, root 2, root 3, root 5, so on, are irrational numbers. Now, then go to our definition, our chapter definition, real numbers. Our chapter real numbers. So, define real numbers. Real numbers, set of all rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers. Set of all rationals and irrationals, okay, set of all rational numbers and irrational numbers, set of all rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers, So, our chapter is now first chapter in the 10th class, first chapter, real number chapter. Okay, so real numbers means set of rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers. Okay, combination of rationals and irrationals, real numbers. Okay, understood now? Okay, now our conclusion. Suppose set of natural numbers. This is indicates set of natural numbers. Okay, so all natural numbers are whole numbers. All natural numbers are whole numbers. All whole numbers are integers. All whole numbers are integers. All integers are rational numbers. All integers are rational numbers. Okay, all natural numbers are whole numbers, all whole numbers are integers, all integers are rational numbers. Here, all natural numbers, all natural numbers included rational numbers. So, all natural numbers are rational numbers, all whole numbers are rational numbers, all integers are rational numbers. So, here, suppose this is a irrational number denoted by Q dash. All irrational numbers, set of rational numbers and irrational numbers are real. Set of all rational and irrational, set of all rational and irrational, set of all rational and irrational are real. So, real number set big one. Okay, this is our indicate. Okay, now all irrational numbers are real, all rational numbers are real. Now, suppose here natural numbers denoted by n, natural numbers including with 0, whole numbers, natural numbers including with 0, whole numbers including with negative natural numbers, whole numbers including with negative natural numbers, integers, all natural numbers including with 0, whole numbers, all whole numbers including with negative natural numbers, integers including with fractions, rationals including with fractions, rational including with irrational, real. Okay, here all natural numbers are bottom to top of Dharma. All natural numbers are whole numbers, all natural numbers are integers, all natural numbers are rational numbers, all natural numbers are real. So here all whole numbers are also integers, all whole numbers are rational, all whole numbers are real. All integers are rational, all integers are real. All rational numbers are real. Okay. So, integers, whole numbers, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rationals, irrationals. All rationals and irrationals are real numbers. So, real number sort. Then go to real number sort. Okay. Up to here understood now? Now, real number chapter contains 5 exercises. Real number chapter contains 5 exercises. First exercise concept depends upon, first exercise concept is Euclid's division lemma. Depends upon Euclid's division lemma. What is Euclid's division lemma means? For example, suppose 15 divided by 4 or 14 divided by 4, then the quotient 4 3s are 12, 14 minus 12 2. So here this is a divisor, so this is a quotient, this is a remainder. Divisor, quotient, remainder. This is a dividend. So you know all of you division algorithm, dividend is equal divisor into quotient plus remainder. So you know A divided by B, A is divided by B, there exists Q quotient and R. A is divided by, we divide A by B, there exists Q quotient and R remainder, such that A is equal, dividend is equal divisor into quotient B into Q plus remainder R, where R is here 0 less than or equal to R less than B, means here remainder is always less than divisor, remainder is always less than remainder. So our conclusion, A is divided by B, then there exists Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, R is 0 less than or equal to R less than B. So 14 is divided by 4, there exists quotient 3, remainder 2, such that 14 is equal 4 into quotient 3, remainder is 2. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So our conclusion, Euclid division lemma or Euclid division algorithm. Euclid means one of the scientist name Euclid, father of geometry or some father of elementary number system. Euclid's division lemma. Euclid division lemma. Okay, for any two positive integers, A and B, there exist unique quotient Q and remainder R, quotient Q and remainder R, such that A is equal to BQ, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, where R is lies between 0 and 1 and including 0 and divisor B. R is lies between 0 and divisor B and including 0. This means R is always lies between 0 and divisor, and R is equal to 0 and R is not equal to divisor here. Okay, so for example here we divide 14 by 4, 4 into 3, 12, 14 minus 12 is 2. So here remainder is 2. So remainder is less than divisor. This is divisor. Remainder is less than divisor. So for example 13 divided by 4, 3s are 12, remainder is 1. So 1 is less than 4. Here also remainder is less than divisor. Suppose 15 divided by 4, 3s are 12, divisor is remainder is 3, so 3 is less than divisor 0. Suppose 12 divided by 4, 4 3 is 12, remainder is 0. So remainders are observed here. 14 divided by 4, remainder will get a remainder 2. 13 divided by 4, remainder is 1. 15 divided by 4, remainder is 3. 12 divided by 4, remainder is 0. So divisor is 4. Divisor is 4. Then the possible remainders are possible values of remainder are 0, 1, 2, 3. Suppose here in place of B means divisor 3 there. Suppose divisor 4 given. What are the possible values of remainder? 0, 1, 2, 3. Below divisor means less than divisor. So understood on here. Observe Euclid division lemma means for any two positive integers A and B, there exists Q is as a quotient and remainder R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than B. Okay, here divisor is B, R is remainder. So remainder is always lies between 0 and divisor and including 0. If remainder is 0, then the time divisor is a factor of the dividend. Okay. Suppose here Euclid division algorithm, A is divided by B. Okay, there exists Q, quotient Q, remainder R. Okay, A is divided, you divide A by B, there exists quotient Q and remainder R such that A is equal to dividend is equal to divisor into quotient. Dividend is equal to, this is a dividend is equal to divisor into quotient. Low battery. Okay. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient B into Q plus remainder R. Okay, here R is 0 less than or equal to R less than B. If R is equal to 0 here, then suppose Euclid division lemma, use of the Euclid division lemma to find the HCF of two positive given numbers. If suppose find the HCF of 2 and 6 by using Euclid division algorithm. 6 is divided by 2. Since here 6 is greater than 2, so we divide 6 by 2. Quotient is 3. Remainder is 0. So if R is remainder is 0, then the HCF of 2 and 6 is divisor is only. If the remainder becomes 0, then the time divisor is remainder is 0, then the time divisor is a HCF of given two numbers. Then HCF of A and B is B. If R is equal to 0, then the HCF of A and B is B only. If R is not equal to 0, then find the HCF of given two numbers. If R is not equal to 0, then this process is continue till the remainder becomes a 0. Okay, suppose 7 divided by 2, suppose 7 divided by 2, here 2 3s are 6, remainder is 1, so here remainder is not equal to 0. This process is continuous till the remainder becomes a 0. Means here divisor take as a new dividend, remainder take as a new remainder, new divisor. So 1 2s are 2, so becomes r becomes 0, remainder becomes 0. Then the time divisor is HCF of 2 and 7. HCF of 2 and 7. Okay, observe now here. If you divide A by B, then there exists quotient Q and remainder R. Okay, such that A is equal, dividend is equal divisor into quotient plus remainder R. This is a apply Euclid's division algorithm. Dividend is equal divisor into quotient plus remainder, where R is lies between 0 and divisor including 0. Here R equal to means including 0. Okay. Now for example, is find the HCF of means Euclid division lemma. Use of the Euclid division lemma to find the HCF of two given positive integers. Let us take example. Find the HCF of 2 and 6. Okay, here since 6 is greater than 2, so you divide 6 by 2. 2 3s are 6, remainder becomes 0. Suppose if remainder becomes 0 here, then divisor is HCF of given two numbers. Okay, HCF of, suppose here becomes 0, therefore 2 is a divisor is a HCF of given two numbers. Suppose R is not equal to 0, means R not becomes 0. Here, suppose find the HCF of 2 and 7. 2 3s are 6, remainder is 1 is not equal to 0. Then this process is continues till the remainder becomes 0. Okay, last divisor is a HCF of given two numbers. Okay, if R is not equal to 0, means 7 divided by 2, you will get a remainder is 1. Okay, 1 is not equal to 0, therefore this process is continues till the remainder becomes 0. Now you take divisor as a new dividend and remainder as a new divisor, then R becomes 0. So in this time R becomes 0. In this time last divisor is a HCF of 2 and 7. So 1 is HCF of 2 and 7. Understood now here? If R is equal to 0, then HCF of A and B is B. If R is not equal to 0, then this process continue till the remainder becomes 0. Then the time last divisor is a HCF of given two numbers. R is equal to 0, no problem at a time. If R is equal to 0, then HCF of A and B is B. If R getting not 0, this process is continue till the remainder becomes 0. Then the time divisor is a HCF of two given numbers. So 1 is a HCF of 2 and 7 here. Understood now? Okay, next. Let us take one more example. Find the HCF of use Euclid's division lemma or Euclid's division algorithm. Find HCF of 60 and 100. Okay. Now since here given two numbers 60 and 100, find the HCF by use Euclid division algorithm. Since 100 is greater than 60, you divide we divide 100 by 60, 100 by 60, 100 by 60, 100 by 60, 61 is 60, 100 minus 60, 40. To get we divide 100 by 60 to get quotient is quotient as a 1, remainder as a 40, remainder as a 40. To get quotient as a 1 and remainder as a 40. So here by apply Euclid division algorithm, therefore by apply Euclid's divisional lemma or Euclid division algorithm, Euclid's division algorithm, Euclid's division algorithm or Euclid division lemma, dividend is equal to here 100 is equal to divisor 60 quotient 1, 60 into 1 plus remainder 40. So 100 is equal 60 divisor into quotient becomes 1 plus remainder becomes 40. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here remainder is not equal to 0. Here remainder is not equal to 0. Then this process continue till the remainder becomes a 0. So remainder is not equal to 0. Remainder r is equal to 40 getting is not equal to 0. Okay, view by we divide b by r. B is a divisor, r is a remainder. B by r, b is a 60, remainder is a 40. R, b by r, we divide b by r, means here divisor take as a divisor as a new dividend, remainder as a new divisor. So now you divide 60 by 40. Now we divide 60 by 40 to get quotient. 41 is a 40, 60 minus 40, 20, remainder is 20. To get quotient, quotient is 1, remainder is 20. To get quotient is 1 and remainder is 20. So by apply Euclid division lemma, Euclid's division lemma, 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. We get 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. Here also remainder is not equal to 0. Then this process is continue till the remainder becomes 0. So now this is a divisor, take as a dividend. Okay, remainder take as a divisor. Okay, 21 is 22 is 40, 40 minus 40 0. So now remainder becomes a 0. Now becomes 0 remainder. So then the time divisor is a HCF of given two numbers. Okay, now by Euclid division lemma, 60 is equal to, we get 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. 14 plus 1, 20. 20 is not equal to, remainder is 20. Remainder is r is equal to 20 is not equal to 0. So we divide 40 by 20. So this is the divisor, 40 by remainder. So 40 by 20 to get quotient is 1, 2, remainder is 0. To get quotient is 2, remainder is 0. So by apply Euclid division lemma, 40 is equal to 20 into 2 plus 0. 40 is equal to 20 into 2 plus 0. So here remainder is 0, remainder is 0, our procedure is stop. Our procedure is stop. Here remainder becomes 0, our procedure is stop. Then the divisor is last divisor is HCF of 60 and 100. Therefore divisor 20 is means HCF of 60 and 100 is 20. Observe answer. I will repeat this one. Use Euclid division algorithm. Find the HCF of 60 and 100. Okay. Given two numbers 60 and 100. So here 100 is greater than 60. So we divide 100 by 60. So you divide 100 by 60. 60 ones are 60. So 100 minus 60 is 40. So this is a 40 is a remainder, 1 is a quotient. So we divide 100 by 60 to get a quotient is a 1, remainder is a 40. 60 100 by you divide 100 by 60 to get a quotient is a 1 and remainder is a 40. By apply Euclid division lemma, you know Euclid division lemma, dividend is equal, you get dividend is equal divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here remainder is not equal to 0. Then this process is continue. Okay, now remainder is not equal to 0. We divide 60 means divisor by remainder. So divisor take as a new dividend, remainder take as a new divisor. So we divide 60 by 40. 40 ones are 40. 60 minus 40, 20. So we apply same as this process. We apply Euclid division lemma. You get 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. 60 is equal to 60 by 40 to get quotient is 1, remainder is 20. Therefore by Euclid division lemma you get 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. So here also remainder is not equal to 0. Then this process is continue. We divide divisor by remainder. So divisor is 40, remainder is 20. So we divide 40 by 20. So 22 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. So here remainder is 0. Then the divisor is HCF of 60 and 100. HCF of 60 and 100. So by here 40 by 20 means to get remainder is quotient is 2, remainder is 0. By apply Euclid division lemma we get 40 is equal to 20 into 2 plus 0. Here remainder is 0. Remainder becomes 0. Then our procedure is stop. Then the time last divisor is HCF of 60 and 40. That's all, Nana. Complete? Continue. Okay, Nana. Next class I will discuss exercise 1. This type of questions only. Okay, thank you, Nana. All of you. Thank you.